You want to join in? Did somebody really ask if I was dead? You guys know the beginning of my show. Welcome to Black Dragon Biker TV. And as always, I'd like to thank you for tuning in from wherever it is you happen to be in the entire world. This is Biker News you can trust. Yes, sir. So, my goodness, over here on screen two, we got everybody. It's good to see you guys, man. Yeah, we're a little late this morning. We're a little late this morning. We have a guest on, and I've been trying to do this since 5:30 this morning, and we don't really even have it 100% right, but we're going through Zoom here on OBS. Let me tell all the stuff what we got running. Stop. That's my guest screaming at his dog, so don't worry about that. So we have, as you can see, we've got OBS running here. We've got the OBS chat running in the background. We are running our Audacity program. This is recording the live podcast, which is not live today. And then over here in the back on screen two, we have our guest here, which we're not ready to introduce him yet. Hold on. So anyway, we have our guest here. And so we're running. But what is supposed to happen with Zoom is it's supposed to be showing him and me at the same time. And I've been trying for 2.5 hours to make that work, and it ain't working. So we got what we got. And we'll just be swapping back and forth between here and screen two. But anyway, this is a special show today because, as you guys know, DMX of the Ruff Ryders lifestyle organization, and we're going to find out all of the things I got wrong. And it's so cool because I have, between myself and my subscribers, we know everything. And if I don't know what my subscribers do. So one of my subscribers has been watching me for years, happens to be a president of the Silverback's Italian chapter over in Italy. And we're going to talk to him for a little while and find out all about the Ruff Ryders, their history. Are they a motorcycle club? Are they not? And this is my show with respect and love for rapper DMX, who was integral in bringing this all together, I suppose. I'm going to find out all of the history behind it. As you guys know, a lot of times I'm reading from headlines from shows. And in this case, we get to, as Paul Harvey used to say, we get to know the rest of the story, for those of you who are old enough to know who Paul Harvey was. But we get to know the rest of the story now, the other side of the story, the side that's not in the news, the biker news you can trust side of the story, as we're going to welcome the president of the Italian Silverback Ruff Ryders chapter. And this guy has so many titles, like National Sergeant at Arms, I believe, and so many other titles. We're going to find out all about this gentleman who so graciously decided to come on to the show and correct us about the history and the knowledge of his organization that he's been doing since probably, I think, about 2010. He's going to tell us the history of the Ruff Ryders, the all kinds of stuff that we didn't know, stuff about DMX. As we pray for his recovery from this very challenging situation he finds himself in. So, with no further ado, we're going to go to screen two. And we'll be going back and forth between the screens because this ain't working like I want, but it's kind of working, so that's gonna do well for us. So, please please come together with me. Please join me in welcoming the Ruff Ryders Silverback Italian chapter Prez. His name is Reaper. Welcome to the show, man. So hold on. I don't know if anybody heard that. So say that again.
I want to say thanks for having me. I want to give a shout out to DMX and the other Ruff Ryder Nation and give it a big,
Oh, is that?
That's what we say. That's our, hey, that's like
do that again. I didn't.
It's but you got to say,
But you did something with your hand, though. What? Oh, okay. I was going to say,
Yeah, you have to put it out there, put it like this so everybody can hear you.
Oh, man. Well, thank you for coming to the show. And first of all, tell us your titles. Names and titles are important. So, President Reaper, appreciate you so much. Tell us about your names and titles and a little bit of how you got into the Ruff Ryders.
Okay, so actually, I've been a Ruff Ryder since 2009. I was looking to join, I was looking to put together a MC of my own over here in Italy, and things just didn't work out. So I accidentally found an individual that I worked with that her friend was a Ruff Ryder, and he gave me info, and I decided to take this path.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, it's been a long time. 2009 and that's 2021, but my titles have ranged from an executive level down to the chapter level. Right now, I am the chapter president of the Silverback Ruff-Ryders. We were founded for this chapter in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
I am also the international sergeant. So I'm the international sergeant for all of Europe.
Right.
I work with, shout out to my girl, Tracy Mills.
Mm-hmm.
I'm her assistant, and that's also with the lifestyle executive level with the membership manager, which she's a membership manager.
I've seen her in many videos.
And
with her fine self. I didn't gonna say that like that.
She's probably smiling because she's listening right now. And lastly, I am the European representative for the dog division.
Okay. Okay.
So I have many hats.
Well, that's amazing. And now the dogs want to show out. They've been quiet for two hours.
Exactly. And now they want to show out. So I gotta say this in Italian real quick. Hey, Cuccia, Sazito. Okay, so we still be good.
Oh, that's funny, man. That's funny.
Sorry about that. So yeah, I know that's the little one he wants to play right now.
Yeah,
but
and
we're good.
Braveheart hears him, so he's trying to get started himself. What was that you said in Italian? I need that.
Okay. So basically, the house or their bed is called a cuccia.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So basically, if you say cuccia, they know to either shut up or go back to their house.
Timeout. That's what that is.
It's a timeout. So I
timeout.
I told them that and told them to shut up. So right now he's somewhere around me right now.
So and I guess that's what we need to get into because this is as you call it, a lifestyle. So yeah, are you guys a motorcycle club or motorsport club, or what the hell are y'all?
Okay, we're a lifestyle. Okay, we're not an MC. Okay, I always joke with people and I say, that if it's a duck, walk like a duck, quack like a duck, it's a duck.
So that would make y'all pretty close to a damn motorcycle club because y'all be quacking hard like a motorcycle club.
A lot of MCs. Okay, so basically our biggest division, we fall under 4 divisions. Okay, we have motorcycle division, which is the bike division. We have car and truck division. We have dog division, and then we have standard division. The most of our members, I would say about really 80-90% of our members all ride motorcycles.
Mm-hmm.
So we are very well known in the MC world.
Right. Okay.
So being well known in the MC world, we interact with them and they interact with us. So we really have a good relationship with a vast majority of the MC population.
Okay. Uh-oh, hold on. I was trying to add some background music to us. It kind of took over.
I got you.
Let me get a little background music in there. Okay. There we go.
But we are not an MC.
Okay. So, not being an MC, but let me tell you something, man. I have seen you guys come. So I want to say you're one of the biggest motorcycle organizations in the world. Like, aren't you guys pretty huge? Like 20,000 members or something?
Ruff Ryders. Well,
I missed something.
Okay. So
I missed something. You did do that again.
Connection right now.
You did. Yeah, I missed a symbol. You did do that again. That was cool.
Okay, so let me. Okay, so our symbol is the twisted R. Okay, it's a twisted sign language. You know, the sign language for R.
Oh, okay.
So it's a twisted R for double R.
Okay. I got it.
So you know the rule on the set. No matter if you're an MC or if you're a riding club or you're anything like that, that you never give your numbers out.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Amen. You know something? I preach against that, so I just
we're pretty vast though.
Yeah, I preach against that, and but that was for motorcycle clubs, so I just figured I'm going to try to clean my way out of that. Yeah.
You know, I remember.
But you guys are huge. You guys are international. You guys are absolutely big, and you always have been.
Yes, we have been. We have chapters all through the central U.S. We have chapters in Canada. We have chapters in Europe. We have chapters in Bogota. We have chapters in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
We have a chapter trying to set up in Africa. That's something that we're looking at. But we have chapters all over the world. We are international.
That is pretty amazing, man. Okay, so you guys you guys are a lifestyle. You have several divisions, one of the divisions being motorcycles. What are your other divisions?
Our other divisions, we have the car and truck division. Under the car and truck division, you must have a car that's a show quality car,
mm-hmm.
and you must be able to show your car. Okay, you can't come with a 1965 Pinto that if you get hit in the back, you might blow up. So you have to have something that's that's show quality. Then we have the dog division. On the dog division, we have used to be years ago. Excuse me, the phone is ringing. Years ago, the dog division used to be only pit bulls. So to be in that division, you had to have a pit bull. But now that division have it has evolved to where now we look at working dogs also. So anywhere from a German Shepherd to a Rottweiler, Bulldog, dogs, in that genre.
Okay.
Then we have the standard division. The standard division, excuse me, I'm so sorry. This is my wife. Sweetie, I'm on a call right now. Can I call you back? Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, sorry about that. And then we have the standard division. The standard division is a division that's set up to that where you do not at the present time you do not have a dog, you do not have a bike, and you do not have a car or truck. But you have the vision of that you want to be a Ruff Ryder, help the nation along. Okay, mm-hmm. That's basically supposed to be a temporary thing, to where we kind of encourage those individuals to go into the to go into the the other top three divisions if need be. But they are treated the same as every other member in the division. We're all soldiers, and we're all treated the same, the utmost respect for everyone. We are a family. We are all the brick. We are all a brick in the foundation of the Ruff Ryder lifestyle.
So I'm getting questions, and so the question that I get now from Dyna Rider 91, who, as you know, Dyna Rider.
I know him. Right, we see him all the time.
As you know, Dyna Rider is the safety guy. He wants to know if you guys promote stunting on public roads.
Come on, man, that's against the law. What you talking about? Okay, so you're all no, we do not promote stunning on public roads. The thing is that you're gonna always have individuals that's gonna do it. But actually, before we have every ride, we have just like an MC. You MC have your road captains, right?
Right.
So within our bike division, we do have road captains, and before every ride, we give a prayer. So we pray before we ride, and then we also give the rules of the road. Okay, but you'll always have that one or two that decided that they want to pop a wheelie or they want to do that, but we really frown against that and try to remind them, hey, this is gonna be a safe ride, no popping wheelies, things like that. But like I say, you're always gonna have that one that that hey, want to how you want to say feel their oats, they do what they do. Mm-hmm. But we really give a safety briefing on every ride that we go on. So no, we do not promote stunning on public roads.
Absolutely. So bring me up to speed with what brought you into the Ruff Ryders organization.
You know what? I am a retired Air Force for 20 years.
Yeah, part-time military. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And okay, Navy guy. Okay, so excuse me, one can. Okay, so with me, after they say that the MC started when the people came back from the World War II, from Vietnam War, and they were still looking for that brotherhood that they didn't have when they came back home. And actually, that is what I found when I joined Ruff Ryders. I had was getting ready to get out the military, and I was looking to do something for the community and to help other people about safety rides and things like that. And so when I looked into Ruff Ryders was somewhere that I wanted to call home, because we do a lot of outreach to the community outreach, mm-hmm. charities and things like that. Matter of fact, when you become a prospect in the Ruff Ryders, that's a portion of your prospecting is that you have to do a charity.
Right.
So that was something that I felt very strongly about also. And now with the new Ruff Ryders to the Rescue that we've had, I think in the last 2 years, that is really taking ground. It's about community outreach and helping your community and your fellow people.
Okay.
So that was something that I felt that that I could be a part of to help the community, and also to help myself in a sense as well.
Okay, so some of the stuff that caused you to reach out to me was some stuff that we got wrong about how the Ruff Ryders began and exactly what rapper DMX's part to play in it was and all that sort of thing. So I'd really love to hear that from your perspective. And first of all, a few words about DMX. We understand he's in the hospital, still on life support, and maybe you could speak to that a little bit as well.
I'm going to say like this. I don't have the firsthand knowledge Okay. But the knowledge that I do have is that, is that he's still in the hospital. He's still on life support. As you read in the TMZ, he did suffer a heart attack, but it is unknown what caused him to have that heart attack. Okay, so what's been written in the news, the news only wants to do one thing. They want to make money. They want to sell papers. Okay, so right now, none of the information is actually solid as far as what caused him to have a heart attack. We, as you can probably have seen on the video that you showed, they had a prayer session Monday, mm-hmm. and also they had a lot of Ruff Ryders went there to show support. And as far as that goes, we're just hoping that he gets through this like he's gotten through everything else in his life. So we wish him well, and wish his family well as well.
Right. So tell us a little bit about how the organization got started. From what I read in the paper, what we reported on here was that DMX started the Ruff Ryders. So is that actually how it happened, or what really happened?
Well, no, that's not actually how it happened. The Ruff Ryders started by the Dean family, okay, and it was started by Wadeen Wadeen, Sharon Dean, and his brother, I don't know, mess up Darren Dean. And they started Ruff Ryders. Ruff Ryders started as a music brand. Okay, it wasn't right. It was all about music. It wasn't anything about having a bike division or having a car truck division or anything like that. All that came later. Mm-hmm. Okay, before it was all about music. Okay. And so what they wanted to do was, before Jaquin, which is Wah, he goes, Wah. He's the CEO of Ruff Ryders. Okay, and he started, and him and his family, like I said before, they started Ruff Ryders. It started from the music. From the music, it went to okay. So let me tell you the story. And all the listeners. Okay, Ruff Ryders' name was actually branded from a movie, and the movie was called Posse. Okay, and not Posse from years ago.
Posse, the one with done by Mario Van Peebles.
Exactly. Okay. Exactly. Okay. So while actually the Ruff Ryders was another name, but that name really wasn't hidden. He wanted a name that could go with the brand.
With that fine girl in it. Oh my Lord.
Exactly. Wasn't she? You know it.
I got to meet her in person when I did the movie Biker-boyz. She's so beautiful.
She still is. But so it was so basically it was between Wah and his mom. Wah went to the mom's house, sat there and watching the movie, and he was telling his mom that, hey, we need another name because the name that we have isn't working. And he's watching the movie, and he said, Mom, those guys, they're riding, they show riding rough. And then his mom looked at him, and boom, the name was born. He said Ruff Ryders. And then she looked at him and said, "Ride or die," and that's how the name came to be. And "Ride or die," that's actually one of our one of our sayings that we say. So, like, if you look at some of our,
you got a lot of noise going on in your background.
If sorry about that. If you look at our hold on, I'm live. If you look at our logos or things like that, you will see that we said "ride or die."
That's the way a lot of names get started. Just really kind of easy. The name takes on such a huge meaning or something, but really the way it got started was something real small.
Exactly. So that's that. That's how that was started, and then from there, actually it's started, and that's how that name was born. Once that name was born, it just it just blew up.
Right.
Why actually knew Heavy D and the boys, and Heavy D, who was a rapper in New York, he actually told Why, hey, if you want to make in this music business, this is what you need to do. You need to find a artist that's gonna hit coming out the gate, and that's when they found DMX. Mm-hmm. And when they found DMX, that was the start of that. That was the start that started everything from DMX to the Lots, to Eve, to everyone. Also with Swiss Beats helping with the beats, with the other people that also helped pave the way in the music industry. Okay, so with Wild.
You got a lot going on in the background. So whoever,
and I am going to move because my wife just got home.
Yeah, got home in the kitchen and
yes, so she's going to move. So I want to say, apologize to the viewers.
No problem.
All right, so I am moving upstairs. Give me a moment. She just got home from work and she's about to eat. All right, so we're good now.
Yeah, sounding a lot better.
Okay, go ahead.
That microphone you got ain't messing around. I need one of those. That thing is real.
It's Apple. That's why.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. Okay. So it went from there. Really, I think.
Uh-oh.
Freeze up.
Yeah, we moved to a bad part of the house. Okay, now we're good. All right.
Okay. All right. So basically, when DMX, when they would go out on tour, what they would do, they would send the Ruff Ryders, who was a stunt team at that time, they would send them out like a day or two before. And they would go out, hype up the crowd, get everybody running, and before the concert was the next day.
Okay.
All right. After they found out that, hey, we got something here. Okay. And from that, the bike division was born.
All right, so we got another problem now. We're in a bad part of the house, so you're freezing a lot. Man, I hate live.
No. It's not life. It's
live.
Italy.
I said I hate live.
Oh.
Everybody knows I hate live, and I hate live for these reasons. But my folks want me to stay live, so we're going to stay live. Okay, now I think we're better. All right, go on.
Yeah, we're better now.
All right, cool.
Okay. All right. So what part did your listeners did not hear?
No, we got you. You were just freezing up a little bit. So it got started basically by some gentlemen, and they were a street team. They were a street promotion team.
Exactly.
Concentrating on music. Mm-hmm. And so now how did that then connect with DMX and okay, so we know how their name got started. So this was a street team of folks rough riding, but were they on motorcycles yet at this point?
At that point, the street team was on motorcycles. There were no vests at that point, though. And so if you watch the Ruff Ryders Anthem video,
yeah,
you see that there's no vest there.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yo, that's how Ruff Ryders.
Exactly.
Is that the anthem?
That's the anthem.
I didn't. Okay. I used to sing. I didn't know that was somebody's anthem.
Well, it was actually, tell you the truth, it actually wasn't about the bikes or anything like that. How they came about it was done in New York, and it came up because DMX was going to do that video, and they put it out to everyone there and said, "Hey, DMX is doing this video, so we want everyone to come and show him love."
Okay.
So Wink 1100, Scorpio Couple, some other ones that started it, they actually went there on their motorcycles and started stunting. Okay, and actually, they didn't even. They were all those bikes in the video. They weren't a part of the video. They actually filmed that as it was happening.
Okay.
So when you see the individual go down in the video, that was real.
Ouch.
So all of that was something that happened that day when they had to change to a new location, still in New York, though. But all of that happened that day, And then when the video came out, that was when they said, "Yo, that's us in the video." From that time is when they saw that, hey, you know what? We could use them to help promote Ruff Ryders.
Mm-hmm.
So they got the stunners that was there in New York all together to help promote Ruff Ryders. So they would go out, hype up the crowd a couple days before with their motorcycles and things like that, with Wing 1100, or them doing their stunts and things like that. And then that would get people hyped up to come when DMX and Lox and Eve, when they rolled in the next day.
Okay, so this really started out as really a music thing. A street team comes in, hypes up everything. They're out passing out the flyers and like street teams, promotion teams do, and then they got the guys on the bikes and I guess the ATVs and stuff too, and
yes.
They're doing all of this hype, and then the rapper comes and puts on the show. Now that all these people have gotten there, or something like that.
Right, exactly. And after so long, it was brought back up the wall of we think we want to do a bike club, bike club. First it said bike club,
mm-hmm.
and some people were against it at first, but then the idea grew and grew and grew to where it was actually approved, to where it became a life of its own.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the movie Biker-boyz, which you were in, maybe that movie also gave height to the motorcycle culture in the Black community, also, because before then, Black guys rode, but it wasn't until that movie that really, when you start seeing sport bikes everywhere.
Right. Yeah, we revived the culture when we did that movie. And that's when I first, really came into the understanding of who you guys were, with a guy that I met at the time when I remember his name being Wink 2000. And then and everybody called him Winky for short, I believe. But I got to hang around with that guy, and they used to talk about wheeling blocks. Talk to me about that.
Okay, it's Wing 1100. I had to get you on that one.
Oh, 100. That it was
no, 1100.
No, I thought his name was Wing 2000, man. If I can remember. Maybe he changed his name up some, but I remember a Wink 2000. But okay, Wink 1100. But Wink, we know it was Wink.
Right. Well, yep. It's Wink. Okay, so all right, so. Before to be a Ruff Ryder, you had to do blocks. That was the deal was blocks. Not BLOCK, but BLOXX. Okay? So to be a Ruff Ryder, you had to put it on two wheels and you had to ride for blocks before they would say that you were a Ruff Ryder.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So it was a little bit of in I'm not going to use fighting, but a little bit of disagreements on should we let people in the organization that could not do blocks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but that right there was basically it was actually smoothed over. We also have regulations that cover what we do. And it grew. It's like it's like a caterpillar. It grew its own wings, and this is where we're at today.
So that's really cool. So as this organization began forming, and it moved from a street team. How did it catch on as this huge motorcycling nation, where we have these Ruff Ryders in every city? They come to all of our events. That when they come, I remember especially back in the day when they showed up, they came with more people than the motorcycle club. In fact, I knew many coalitions that created a separate award just for Ruff Ryders because we couldn't give them the most attended motorcycle club. So many coalitions and clubs that were throwing annuals, because these guys would come to your annual with 170 people, all with their $20 in their hand, and they would come. They'd come to the door with 5 times more people than anybody else came, and so you had to show them love. So I remember there were many awards that were just most attended organization or most attended motorsports club. So they couldn't get most attended motorcycle club, but they would have other awards for these guys because they showed up with so damn many people. They had clubhouses.
Exactly.
They had and they had a clothing line, and they had this little thing they did with their finger when they'd hold it up, and the women, the oh my God, the Ruff Ryder women, they were like out of the pages of Ruff Ryder womanism. They were bad. Holy moly!
Hey, that had changed.
They were. Man, they needed, what y'all needed was a Ruff Ryder girls calendar is what y'all needed.
Actually, we had years ago. We actually had the Ruff Ryder modeling little section that we used to do years and years ago.
Oh my goodness, man!
Yeah. So, but go ahead.
Yeah. So what brought this? What brought this this thing on like this? What brought this to such huge popularity all over the United States and many other places?
I would say first thing I would say is you brought up about the about when Ruff Ryders would go to MC parties and things like that, and how the coalitions would put something together just for the for RR, and I would say that was the brought on with the respect. You respect. They respected us. We respected them. Okay, so once we had that mutual respect, we showed them love. They showed us love, and so that was how I would would put that in perspective. Me myself, I've sat down with many MCs, 1%ers. As a matter of fact, I've put together about 2 or 3 chapters here within Europe, to where I had to sit down with with 1%ers to get the to get the approval for us to even exist in their in their location. So I think it comes down also to respect. Now, on the second question of why did we grow so quickly, and why is it that that we're still growing, that people still want to be Ruff Ryders, is because of the values that we show, and the things that we try to do, like what I spoke of earlier, with for the community.
Right.
And like I said before, people, a lot of people don't know, but the Dean family, they're Muslim, and so they're really into the Muslim faith. And so when we discuss Ruff Ryders, we always use the term, we say that the nation,
mm-hmm.
and we try to push family, love, camaraderie, things like that. And I'm going to tell you, I've had individuals that I have put a cut, because we use the word cut, that we put a cut on his back right here in my home, that have that burst out and cried.
Oh yeah.
And so this is this is some this is real. You know what I'm saying? We're out there with the best of them.
So of course, Dinah Ryder comes in and he says he asked earlier, prospecting from a riding club with a question mark, and then he's saying clubhouses, prospects. Sounds more and more like an MC to me. And I have found that in my dealings with you guys that you know, if it quacks like a duck, you know, it's not particularly what you name something, but it's what it is. I absolutely know that it is a family. I absolutely know that it is a brotherhood. I know so many of your folks throughout the country and here in Atlanta. Atlanta used to have, I mean, it was so huge. It would take those guys, half a mile to cross one spot, you know, and the clubhouse was crazy. They had a couple splits, and the splits were huge. Yeah, what they would split into would still be huge. So, you know, whatever your family is what your family is.
Right. I would like to, I like when Dino Ryder, when he asks questions and stuff like that, because I'm always on your on here, and so I would like to, just address that question in a sense of, I think what might or would separate us from, although we follow the MC Gandra, what might separate us is that, okay, we do not discriminate. Okay, so to be in our organization, you can be male, female, gay, lesbian, Muslim, Christian, Buddhism. We don't discriminate. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we don't discriminate for for color, religion, creed. We don't discriminate. So I would say that maybe that could be that separates us from saying that, hey, we're MC compared to if we use the word lifestyle. Now, mm-hmm. I would tell you that from my personal experiences here in Italy, is that the MCs consider us as the MC. Mm-hmm. Okay, and their views is that hey, if you have a cut on, you are MC and you need to have a bike. Mm. Okay, and but that's different. That's different MCs in different locations. You have some 1%ers that they control their location to where they where they call the shots on their set, and then you have someone that could be our way that they call the different shots on their set. So it just depends on who you deal with and how you're and I would say how you're seen.
Right. So
and I hope I answer his question to where he can get a better understanding of what I'm saying.
Right. Family's family, whatever your family is. I'm not really concerned about your label or his label or that person's label on my family. And we always get that. Like, we get people that are in certain clubs and they consider themselves like the people who run everything, and they want to put down what they believe description of your club is in their minds. And, as long as you keep your hands to yourself, you can call me whatever you want to call me, or declare my club whatever you want to declare it. My family's my family, whether it's a riding club, motorcycle club, social club, car club, and our identifiers are our identifiers. So someone runs in, oh, you're not a motorcycle club, you're a whatever. What we are is some guys, and you got a prospect to get into us, like like you got a prospect to get into a fraternity. You got a prospect to get on a submarine. A lot of people don't know that, but you got a prospect to get on a submarine. When you come onto a submarine, you came in the submarine service. You're a submarine person. You're certified, or you are stamped as a submariner. But you get on a ship. You got 1 year of prospectship, and if you don't come off that ship in one, or we don't call them ships, we call them boats. But if you got 1 year on that boat as a as a prospect, basically. And if one year you don't get your dolphins, you don't get our form of a vest is that submarine warfare pin, that designator, that special warfare submarine pin. We call them dolphins. And if you ain't got your dolphins in a year, prospect, you didn't make it. Your ass is booted on an AO and the IO. So we have whatever it somebody, oh my God, you're a riding club and you prospect people. Hell yeah, we have an admittance criteria. And so that's who we are. That's what we do. And you ain't gotta like it. You don't have to wear the twisted R. You can go do something else. That's how I see it. And
right, I understand what you're saying.
So anyway, with respect to DMX, and his representation of the brand and what he brought to the club, it seems like he brought that driving recognition in the music and the thing also that helped to propel you guys. But
exactly, I don't want people to think anything different. DMX was a staple in the making of Ruff Ryders. Okay, when you hear DMX, you are people automatically say Ruff Ryders. I have gone to motorcycle races because I'm really into MotoGP, and I've gone to races and have my cut on and walk by, and I have Italians have said DMX or hey he's a Ruff Ryder or or things like that. But they focus. I mean, their first notion about Ruff Ryders is DMX. Okay, DMX will always be a brother. He'll always be a Ruff Ryder. No matter if what label he goes and signs with or whatever, he'll always be a Ruff Ryder. He started as a Ruff Ryder and he'll end as a Ruff Ryder. So big ups to the X.
Amen. So in closing, we absolutely, I want to say that that man's music, and there have been a lot of people that, especially on the show, that have had negative things to say about his use of drugs or his addiction or whatever the case may be. And I just realized I have way too many personal flaws to be jumping on anyone about anything. I've obviously had a flaw of not eating right and not working out properly. So I have all kinds of afflictions myself that are self-inflicted. One could say self-inflicted wounds. I think most of us go by way of our own selves. But to me, that kind of thing aside, I have jammed to this man's music. I have played those songs. I've screamed y'all's anthem, and I've used his music, like I said before, to stay awake on them long trips on that motorcycle, where I put that bumping music on and just be back awake again. I think it's hard carrying the expectation of others on your shoulders when you are a celebrity or like a national president, or in your case, an international sergeant at arms, a president of a motorcycle club, or a president of your lifestyle that you guys do over there. You've had to sit down and meet with one percenters. Like you said, you've met probably with more one percenters than most people, because you're on a motorcycle and they're going to come and present themselves to you. And you have to be able to deal with them and have relationships with them, just like any other club out there that's riding motorcycles. So I have plenty of respect for you guys and what you do. In terms of DMX, which is why I started this whole thing, and his plight and what's going on with that. What do you have to say? What message would you have from your organization and your brothers and sisters as to what's going on with him right now?
Okay, so what I would like to say is to piggyback on what you said. We all have tribulations in life. We all go through certain stages in life. Uh, you know, you know, I have issues, with that I went through in my life, just like I'm pretty sure of every other person that that's typing right now or watch your show every day. And the thing is that sometimes you prevail and sometimes you don't. But as the whole saying goes, that what happens when you kicked off a horse, you get back on and you try to ride it out again. Mm-hmm. So with DMX, it's been in the news of his of what he's been through in his life, but the man is a God-fearing individual. Mm-hmm. If you've seen him, he's every one of his concerts. He always started his concert with the prayer, and he hasn't been silent about his addiction, and he's asked for forgiveness. He's asked God to help him, but for people that that have never, I never have, but for people that have been going through addiction or still fighting addiction, it's real, and you might try to do everything you can to get off of it or to try to change your life, but sometimes, like you say, with the pressure of stardom and with the pressure that you have from people that that look up at you every day, that pressure can either prepare you or it can eat at you. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna say, I'm just gonna say this name. Look at Britney Spears. Mm-hmm. So it comes to the fact that everyone go through things in life, and no one said that life was easy. The thing to do is that you in life, what they say, a school of hard knocks. Mm-hmm. You go through that, you go through your tribulations, and you try to come out the other side. I remember watching a motorcycle race, and the guy said that a lot of things that you do is a calculated risk. Amen. And if your calculations are correct, you walk away. But if your calculations aren't, there's a chance that something could happen with you. So, right. Like I said before, I just would like that everyone, I'm going to say, put it out here, I'm not a real God-fearing person. But,
what you talking about, Willis?
Okay, God-fearing meaning that how to put it like, I believe, okay, but I don't go to church.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I pray every night. I pray, and
that's God-fearing. That's God-fearing. So you're spiritual, not religious. I'm with you.
Thank you. And I have also prayed for him, and I would like that the other viewers do the same. That we do a prayer for not only him but for everyone that's fighting some type of addiction.
Right.
That they come out on the other side.
Right. Yes.
So that's what I would like to say.
Well, listen, man, thank you for this hour with us. So
Thanks
thankful. And thank you so much for, just you guys don't know. There's so many of y'all like Prez here. There's so many of y'all that have been watching me forever. And it's just a pleasure to have your support and backing. And I want as many of you guys on the show as want to come on the show that have been watching me and hanging out with me for years and years, or just days or months. But so many of you guys, you can like quote my history. You know where I'm from. You know what I eat. You know how many beers I can drink. You guys listen, and that's kind of crazy to have so many extended family members. So I'm so glad to have you come on and represent your organization in the way that it should be represented, Prez. And I'm so happy for you guys' success, all these chapters you have all over the world. We want to grow up and be like that too. You guys are what, right about 20 years old or something?
We actually started okay, well, I'll put it, put it, you know, in the, because that was separate. So we're about 21 years.
Okay. Yeah. Right.
It started with the music, then it went through the lifestyle. So that was the separation. So we're sitting at 21 years.
So enough of that one can stuff, Donnie Ryder. So anyway,
exactly. I already told you that one. Good one, Dino.
So what was I gonna say? Yeah, you guys are riding Harleys now. That's kind of funny, man. Y'all came into the scene, riding wheelies all up and down the street and every place. And I remember you guys in the movie Biker-Boyz doing all those stunts and everything. Now I see more of y'all riding through on Harley. I mean, like, is that the Ruff? That's the Ruff Ryders? Is that the Ruff Ryder?
You know why?
Why's that? Y'all got old.
We're getting old. Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
We don't discriminate with bikes either, but yeah, we're getting old.
Yep, absolutely. Well, listen, man. Any parting words?
Can I drop something that's in? Okay. Because I talked about the Ruff Ryder to the rescue, and I mentioned about us getting old. And just to put it out there that we also have a new thing that's coming up that's going to be a step with young Wah, with little Wah, which is Wah's son, which is called the Young Riders. So we're hoping that takes off just the same as Ruff Ryders did for the next generation.
Okay.
So when motorcycles are flying through the air, maybe he'll be leading them.
Amen. All right, man. Well, looky here. You know what that means.
Oh yeah.
Are you a rapper? Because this is that time where we have.
No, I'm not a rapper, but I can say, No,
this is what the world needs now is love song right here. Can we?
And that's what we got.
Can we? I'm not gonna get a bar.
No, I can't help you with that one, man. I can't help you, but but you can do it. Because you always come and say, "What the world needs is love."
All right, man. Thank you so much for coming on to the show. God bless you. We're hoping and praying for your brother DMX. God bless him as well. And I'm Black Dragon. That's my 2 cents. Hey, listen, you guys, please be sure and check us out on Black Dragon Biker TV, Monday through Friday, our Biker News Network segment, Biker News You Can Trust. And we are now bringing back the inspirational protocol videos. Hadn't done those in a while, and so now we're going to go back to doing those. I did one yesterday on a podcast, Top 10 Things for Dynamic Prospecting, your top 10 things, best tips for dynamic prospecting. Check that out on the Dragon's Lair. Motorcycle Chaos, my online news, online podcast that you can get everywhere there are podcasts. Black Dragon Biker TV is on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Also, the online magazine, bikerliberty.com. Please go there for your latest news. I want to thank you all for tuning in. That's my 2 cents. Love to hear your 2 cents in the comment section below. Thanks for tuning in, and get skinny!